Hi everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is Golden Papery and we are going to do just a review, kind of a reset with my A5 work planner. And so this is a very messy, dirty, disorganized yet organized work planner. So you guys know that I recently went full-time with just my business, and it's an IT and data consulting business. And so I do a little bit of web design, marketing, data analysis, and a whole bunch of other things because honestly it's under my experience repertoire. So I am going to just do a review of September week 3, and honestly also try to schedule out up until the end of September. So right now I'm looking at the monthly view, and this is an Infinity Lotus template. So I did get the A5 annual and monthly template from Infinity Lotus, and I'll make sure to link that in. But I never filled out the monthly and my monthly goals. So I wanted to share that with you all. So my first goal is that I'm trying to get 75 likes on my Facebook page. I know it seems very low, but being in a very small town, I want to make sure that I get the word out of the type of business that I'm able to provide, or the services that I'm able to provide. And then I also want to purchase some business outfits, which you guys know has been a goal of mine since last month, but I did not do it. One, because I wanted to make sure that I had the funds coming from my business to be able to purchase business clothes, and I had to wait until those funds came in. And then I also would like to make an income of $4,000 for my business in September. Now in August, I'll have to, once we get into the finances section, I can review what the total income was and then compare to where I'm at right now. But in August, that's where I did the switch of going full-time with the current employer that I was at to now full-time to my company. So I basically worked part-time for 2 weeks in August. So we'll see the differences once we get there. But overall, things have been going pretty well. Some of the clients have already asked me to increase my hours with them just because they're very, they're pleased with the type of work that I've been doing. Those specific clients, I'm designing a dashboard, and I'm also doing data analysis for the organization. So I'm still working for different school districts, and I'm also designing a dashboard within HR and recruitment. So that is where my expertise is, but that does not mean that it's going to limit me to only look for those type of clients. So with my previous experience in the logistics industry, when I left that job, I started doing a lot of IT consulting because, I was the director of IT for about 3-4 years, and I was able to learn a lot, not only just software implementation projects, but, at the time I had also gotten my degree within web design and development. So that's kind of how I ventured into working in the education industry, but then also on the side being able to take on different projects for different industries. So I did construction. I've worked with the construction industry before, electrical, finance, accounting, so many areas, and for very different reasons. It wasn't always just data analysis. It also consisted, implementing a new software for their entire company or organization, and then doing a little bit of project management for that. So after that experience, I was able to really just dive deep into different projects, and it didn't necessarily have to be just, data or just within the education industry. So this is where we're at today. I feel like I probably should have done this a long time ago because I have built up my clients bench, but then I moved to a new town and a lot of that work had to be done remotely, for the clients that I have in South Texas. And now I'm in what I feel like this is central, still kind of South Texas, but more like central. But anyway, going back to the A5 work planner, my calendar is very simple. To be honest, this is mostly for me to just see what's going on at a bird's eye view, but everything I do on my laptop. And the reason why is because I have different organization emails for data confidentiality and privacy reasons, and I respect that. I utilize their email that they assign to me so that I can work on their, on their stuff, on their projects. But that causes a lot of issues with me, sometimes double booking, making sure that I'm not having a meeting at the same time that I'm probably should be working with another client. And so what I do is specifically work with my calendar on my MacBook. So I subscribed to all of my internal calendars, and then I put them all on one calendar. Now I'm able to see everything that's happening at all different clients and projects, and I'm also able to see my own family events. Like an example, yesterday I basically had to take my daughter to the dentist in Victoria, and that means that I have to go drive and pick her up and take her to the dentist appointment. So I'm having to always schedule around my clients' needs. So now getting into the bulk of this video, which is the finances of my small business. So I told you guys that I wanted to be very upfront and just transparent into the expenses that I have as a small business owner, and also the type of income that I'm receiving for this type of job. So if you are someone who's interested in becoming a data analyst, or maybe someone in IT, or even a web developer, like this is what it would look like. So first, my bill payment tracker, I'm just adding in all of the expenses that I have for September. And because now I'm doing full time with my business, I am converting some of my home expenses onto my business. And you'll see what that looks like shortly. But that's going to include my phone bill, like my cell phone bill. It's also going to include my home internet, because I do work from home as well. And for the most part, my internet is used for work. And I'm also adding in my Amazon Prime, because that is going to be most of my office supplies that I'm ordering. And you guys might be like, well, what kind of office supplies do you have? I use a lot of printing stuff, like I print a lot of documents. If I have artifacts that I have to use with my clients, or even like my timesheet, I'll print all of that stuff. So that's ink, that's pens, that's anything that you use for your business. So I'm also checking off what items have already been paid, like my office rent, my QuickBooks, my bookkeeping. Actually, bookkeeping, I still need to pay. I think that's at the end of the month, but we are going to add in every expense that I'm using for my business. That can include subscriptions, that can include, like I mentioned, email services, internet services. So just be mindful, check in with your accountant, check in with your tax lady. I have an amazing tax lady that I'm always asking questions on, and she's been super great. So this is a good part, the income tracker. So I don't think I did a full follow-up of how much I made in August. So I'm also going to try to calculate that really quick. But I put and this is something that I got from a template. So I got this A5 income tracker from Etsy, so I'll make sure to also link that. But I changed the third and the fourth column to show just the total amount for that invoice and whether I received it. So I'm going to just do a little bit of calculations, but in August, see 301.04, 60, 187.50, and I'm just thinking out loud, guys. Sorry for that. Probably should have done that before I recorded. So I had in August the dashboard that I was working on. I'm still working as a part-time employee for my previous employer. And then I also provided some support for IT stuff. I did an antivirus installation. So you see, it kind of ranges from like different things. And then I also did some web design work. So this August only includes 2 weeks worth of, I guess, services. So, and I'm actually checking on my QuickBooks to see what other invoices I had for the month of August and what I have for the month in September. So September's not finished. So you probably will not see the full view of the services that I provided, but we should see something here. I messed up on my dates here, so I need to fix that. But I had an invoice in September already that was, and this is something that I need to see if I'm going to do this for September or for August. But this invoice was for August work. So I did the whole services for August, but I'm invoicing it in the beginning of September, so I actually won't get paid for this until October. And most of my clients are on a 30-day term. It's very rare that any data work or consulting work is not going to be on a 30-day term. But it is possible. I have had clients in the past where I did 2-week term. So let's see. So I think I'm going to I'm going to go by invoice date. So in the month of August, the full amount that I did was an income of $9,451.13. And so the invoice that I have right now for, for September, it's 3637.50. So that's one invoice. But I ended up putting 830 on the last income, but that's actually 930. My bad. So that's 3637.50 plus 3625. And then I'm going to have another invoice that's going to be for another $3,000. So we've met our goals, y'all. We have met our goals. Okay, before I finish this video, I also wanted to show you guys the dashboards that I designed a long time ago. And I finally printed them out and I'm adding them here into my planner. But they are also going to be available on goldenpapery.com if you want to get the same printed dashboard. So if that is something that you would like to have for your own A5 planner, feel free to order. And then I'll probably show you guys a little bit more about this in my other video, but this is just a sneak peek of the 12-month planner insert that I'm going to have for my planner, my Filofax personal planner. So thanks for watching, y'all. Thanks for always supporting, and I hope that this was insightful for you.